Hi. So I'm not really doing an intro this week or this month, because there's a fun little one that you're about to hear. But, just wanted to let you know that this was recorded during Pride Month, so we do talk about and joke about little things here and there, as our respective sexualities and outlooks as people. But, enjoy this conversation with Ellie. Alright, there you go.
Welcome to Nerdisms, where we try things for science. Baking science.
Oh my god. Well, this is Ellie, whatever you want to call her right now.
Hi, my name's Ellie. I'm also known as Can I Be Candid on my
literally everywhere.
Yeah.
And we've just had the struggle time trying to get to start this podcast. It's so bad.
I don't know what was more of the struggle, like the fact that the calls kept dropping, or the fact that I got sunburnt being outside for 15 minutes. Like, I don't know if you can tell.
I can see it. I can see it.
Shit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a
Oh
little
my god, we're the same person, because that's basically what popped in my head.
I mean, we are soulmates.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, like, we are one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna actually start it now. So one of the things I wanted to ask you about was, how did you get into like baking and cooking? Because I've never asked you that before, actually, which is really weird.
I mean, we've been friends for like 5 years.
I
now.
know.
Okay, so I got into baking with my family. My aunt lived with us for a very long time, and she was a recipe developer for IHOP pancakes, like International House of Pancakes. Yeah. She actually helped develop the stuffed French toast.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so I got into baking through her, and my sister was also a really, really good baker, and my father cooks, and we all kind of have our fingers in the pies, but I got into baking through family, and then I started to bake competitively through like 4-H and FFA, and that's basically how I got into it. Yeah, and now I work for a camp where I bake all of the hot dog buns and all of the bread. So much bread.
I was about to say, so much. Just like way too much bread.
A lot.
How fast does that stuff go, by the way? I'm just curious.
Like, when the children eat it, or like, how long does it last on the shelf? Because
both?
If you're okay, so if you're labeling it for like sell dates, health inspection wise, you only want to keep things for about 7 days.
Yeah, a week.
So in a restaurant, you would only have it postmarked from like a Sunday to a Sunday. But if you're selling it for like a market, you usually do about 2 weeks. And then, but at camp, I basically have no bread by the end of a day.
Oh my gosh.
So,
like how many times a week do you bake bread?
I bake bread every single day. Because I make sliced bread.
Yeah.
Like PB&Js. And then I do hamburger buns for cookouts on Fridays, and hot dog buns also for cookouts on Fridays. But then I also serve grilled chicken sandwiches on Wednesdays, so I'm doing buns for that as well. And then I'm making French toast, and I'm doing like kolaches and things like that, and so it's just a lot of carbs. It's carb heaven.
I mean, what do you expect at a camp, though?
S'mores.
That's true, but I mean, like, the other foods. Like, what you else expect to eat at a camp?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember anything else from camp. I remember ziplining, swimming, and s'mores.
Oh my gosh.
Which, honestly, that's kind of the summary of my personality. screaming down a line.
Yeah.
Swimming. S'mores.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Accurate.
So, if you can remember, what was like the first thing that you made? Like, what did you bake the first time? When you first, like, by yourself, I guess, would be the question. If you remember.
I do remember, and it's because I turned them green.
What? What is it?
Not just like regular green, Jolly Green Giant green.
Oh my gosh.
So, I made blueberry pancakes for my father for Father's Day.
Oh man.
When I was like 7. And instead of baking soda or baking powder, I put in baking soda, which chemically reacted with the blueberries that we had and turned the pancakes green.
Wow.
And my dad muscled through like 2 of those pancakes like a champ.
What a trooper.
They were terrible. Because I remember that I put in like a lot of baking soda.
Oh man.
I just, like, now that I look back on it, I'm like, damn. The other thing I remember about that day is, like, I sliced my thumb open trying to, like, cut an orange.
How old were you when this happened?
I was like 7.
Holy crap.
And so I was, like, squirting blood from my thumb all over the kitchen, which has white counters and everything.
That's so terrible.
So my mom walks in and there's just me holding my thumb going, and there's just, like, blood all over the counters, and she's just like, and my dad, like, eating pancakes and just looking miserable. Happy Father's Day.
Oh man, that's so funny because I've met your parents before, so that's why it makes it more funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is there a favorite of yours that you favorite recipe that you really like? Or I guess like, one you've come up with?
Okay, so I came up with a recipe for this thing called King's Crowns, which are kind of like bastardized croissants.
Why are they bastardized?
Because I've developed a method of putting salted caramel in between the layers with the butter.
Gosh.
So as you're folding it, you're creating layers of butter and salted caramel. And then you cut it into rounds. And croissants, when made with real butter, are in squares. So they're bastards. Also, since I am a mother with no father, bastard child.
No one can see my.
That works?
No.
No, of course not.
It's like if people can actually see our faces right now. Oh god, it'd be even more better. Oh god, that would be great.
The summary of my faces are like finger guns, pew pew.
Oh man, Ellie.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I hope you had to edit that part out.
Nope.
I mean, I know that you won't.
I won't. There's no editing.
I know, but like, a girl can hold out hope.
Oh man. Oh, Ellie.
Oh, Ellie. That should be the name of this Nerdisms podcast. Oh, Ellie.
No. Though it's getting the best intro ever. Because I usually do my own intros, but I'm not even gonna do it this time. That's gonna be it. Oh my god.
Oh man, so I've trapped my friend's cat into the room where I'm recording right now, and he's just staring at me. Like, he's mean mugging me right now. He's pissed.
Oh man. Nothing better than an upset cat.
I mean, he hasn't puked on anything yet, so he's not, like, pissed beyond repair. But he is not happy.
So you're also a writer. as I feel like pretty much everyone I've had on this podcast so far is. Which is just because I have a lot of, that's basically my friends.
that tends to happen when you're like in a community of writers. You become friends with writers.
That's true.
And you write things. Unless you're in like a depressive state, in which case you stare at a Word document and kind of scream at it for 3 hours.
Personally, right now I'm blocked, so I can't write a word. So that's fun.
I've been working on the same short story for like 3 months now. Okay, so as people who might have followed my blog might have noticed, I really like this webcomic called Check Please.
I'm about to bring that up actually because
well, that's what I'm fucking stuck on right now. So we're just skipping ahead to that part. Zoom.
I'll ask you the question I have about it after you tell this.
Okay, good. Sorry.
It's cool.
So I really like this poem called When Love Arrives, and I thought, I really like soulmate tropes too, so I'll work on some soulmate tropes. And there's a portion of this fic that I've lovingly dubbed the body swap.
Oh yeah.
And I've
read a little bit. Yeah.
And I'm still stuck on it. Like, there's 8 other parts that I should be doing, and I'm just working on this one, and it's become so massive and so out of control that it might actually just become its own fic, separate from this.
Sometimes that happens.
Sometimes it's annoying and you just want it to go, but it won't. You ever just had that feeling?
That's writer's
just
brain,
like
though. That's how our minds work.
Needs to take an Ambien and chill. Elise does not condone prescription drug abuse. Please do not take an Ambien and chill. I am so sorry. As a person who has depression and does medicate for depression, please do not abuse your prescription pills.
Yeah.
Your friendly neighborhood reminder. So, Daisha, what questions did you want to ask me?
I was going to ask, how did you get into Check Please, actually?
I have a friend named T, and I noticed that T had posted something about a comic, and I was like, I'm looking for something new to read, and I was kind of at a point in my life where I didn't really need something really, really heavy. I needed something kind of easy to read, easy to digest, something that I didn't have to just, like, worry about an update. So I started reading Check Please, and I literally binged it in about 5 hours. Just as you do. And it's a really happy feeling for me to read that comic, and that's kind of why I've stuck with it.
Plus, because I've read some, I still need to go back and actually, since you sent me the 2 PDF files, I actually get to go back and finish that. But it is. I get that feeling too, actually, when reading it. I'm not stressed out when I do read it. So
yeah, because you know that the conflict will be resolved, and that there isn't a reason to stress over the conflict.
Yeah.
And I feel that while it doesn't specifically talk about anxiety all the time, it does handle Jack's anxiety very well, and it does talk about, he did struggle with this, he had a problem that he wouldn't admit to having, and that he sought to better himself after the extremes that happened. And so I think that's a nice message, even though no, Jack is a main character, but he is not. I guess he's technically a supporting character to our main character, Eric Biddle.
Yeah. Biddy.
I love Eric. Eric is me. I am Eric. We are one. Actually, I feel a lot more akin with Kent Parson, my trash son. But, I mean, I guess that's just like my viewership of me being the antagonist of my own story. So, but less on that, more on happier things. Hi, Cat. Please do not tear up that violin case.
Oh my gosh.
It's fine now. He's just staring at it.
That could be a problem in itself. What are you thinking about, Cat?
Oh, that's the thing with cats. You just never...
You never know.
Never know. I like cats.
I do too. I like all animals, actually, but I'm just...
I think that I might be like a dog closer in personality, where I'm very excitable.
Yeah.
Easily excitable.
This is true.
I mean, there are worse things I could be.
True. Oh my god, what was I about to ask? My brain just went away for a hot second. Okay, describe Check Please to someone who's never read it before. Or has no idea what the hell it is.
It's a webcomic that follows the adventures of Eric Biddle, who is a southern pie maker turned, well, he's not an NHL athlete, but he's now a collegiate hockey player, and he's adjusting to college, and he has a fear of checking, which the title comes from, Check Please. And it kind of just follows the misadventures of Eric and the supporting cast members of the Samwell men's hockey team.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was succinct, but it was a summary.
I mean, I'm sure that'll get somebody interested, especially if there's people who love hockey.
I mean, I didn't know anything about hockey.
I know bare minimum about hockey. Bare minimum.
Oh god, are we gonna have to talk about the French toast?
Yes, we are. Because you said French toast earlier, and I had to stop myself from interjecting and going the French toast hoe. I didn't do it. And so, can we explain to people who that is, because they're gonna be super confused.
So, if you don't know, I am from Texas. I live a couple hours from Dacia, and occasionally we get to meet up and hang out.
It's been a while.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the time. We don't talk about the distance. What is time? It's a concept. I'm not bitter. Actually, no, I'm incredibly bitter. Fuck my job. No, don't fuck my job. I like my job. No, I don't. I have mixed feelings. Continuing, French toast hoe. Back to the story. So, I'm from Texas, which is so far from snow, cold.
Not really.
Anything that...
Not really.
I mean, when is the last time it snowed in your area?
No, not in my area. I always tell people that I'm like, it does snow in Texas, just not in my area, because I'm too south. Yeah,
it's been 2 years since it snowed in Huntsville, which
really?
is where I am.
Really?
Yeah, it's been...
That's surprising.
This winter, I got to sport shorts.
Oh my god!
For winter.
Wow.
From December until February.
Wow.
I got to put on pants for Christmas because it was a little breezy.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, we're far from the cold, and we're far from anything that I would typically associate with hockey.
Yeah.
And I started reading Check Please, and my friend Vishma, Vishful Thinking over on Tumblr, and OMG Georgia Martin, we were talking, and she's like, oh my god, there's a hockey team in Texas. And my exact reaction was, why?
You just remind me, I actually been to a game. When I was younger, I went to a game. Holy crap. It was one, there was one here, and then there was one in Philly, which is normal, because I have family in Philadelphia.
It's cold there?
So, it's cold there, obviously. Because I just remembered it, because I remember I had a sweatshirt of the team. That's how I remembered. I was like, oh crap, I do have a history with hockey, and I totally forgot about it. This is so weird.
I know that people can't see my face right now, but it's horrifying. Like, I just don't understand.
I just kind of...
I know for a fact that we've had to import people to play hockey for Texas. Why? Because it's hot here.
We don't like the cold.
It's hotter than Satan's licked asshole. Okay? So, I know for a fact that, like, 98% of these Canadians came to Texas and was like, wearing 10-gallon hats and cowboy boots, walked off, opened those doors from the airport, and was like, immediately drenched in sweat and regrets.
So many regrets.
So that is my thing about hockey in Texas. But the French toast toe is the name that has been given to Tyler Seguin of the Dallas Stars. And the reason this has come to be is because one day I was in a group chat with my friends, like, you know, just as you do. And my friend Vishma was like, oh, he's from Ontario. I'm from Ontario. Actually, no, she's from Toronto, and I've just fucked up this entire story. He's from Toronto. I'm from Toronto. Vishma, don't kill me for saying you're from Ontario. That'd be bad for me, personally. And I was like, you should lick him. And she's like, lick him? I am busy with finals. And our friend Addie was like, yes, lick him. Just one tiny kitten lick. And I was like, French toast that hoe. Now, I don't know where I was going with that. I think I meant to be like, French kiss that hoe, because, you know, licking, kissing, I don't really know. Did not have a plan in mind, but it was already out there, and I could not retract my statement. Because it was a statement. At this point, it had 5 exclamation points behind it. That's a statement. So, French toast toe. And I'm trying to, like, recover, and I'm, like, trying to make this better, and Addie's just, like, piling it on. She's like, no, I'm not gonna let you retract from this. Put syrup on that bitch. And she's like, is this a fetish, Ellie? Is
oh my god.
Is this a thing? And I'm like, no, Addie, don't drag me like this. But she came for me, and she had me. And Vishma was like, I don't understand what just happened. But now we call Tyler Seguin the French toast hoe and Prince Fuckboy, because he looks like your average fuckboy.
Oh boy.
You know that hoe talks to his abs. You know. That's just the face of a boy who talks to his abs. I just know. I can tell. It doesn't matter how many cute pictures he posts of his dogs.
Oh god.
He has 3 of them now.
Jesus, that's too much. That's like worse. That's life ruiner type stuff.
Life ruiner level?
Yeah, that's life ruiner level.
It's not quite Chris Evans yet, but it's getting there.
Oh boy.
I think I'm just...
You just segued me into Chris Evans.
What a good segue.
That time when you met him, I kind of wanted you to tell the people that story. Because I'm still not over that story.
So I'm like holding myself right now. When I got to meet Chris Evans, I got to hug him. And I was like, you're gonna be best friends with my friend Daisha, because y'all are science bro, and she loves space. And he goes, I fucking love space. And I was like,
did he say, I fucking love space?
Yeah, he's like, I fucking love space. In his Bostonian accent.
Oh boy.
But they don't tell you about meeting Chris Evans.
Oh damn.
He's like 110% more Bostonian than you expect.
Yeah, he's like the most Boston boy ever.
Like,
oh man,
you know the
boy.
Boston Beantown Bake?
Yeah.
It's just Chris Evans. Chris Evans is a can of Boston beans. Many cans of Boston beans in a trench coat. That's a stacking noise. You can't see, but I'm stacking cans of Boston beans and putting them in a trench coat.
Really?
So anyway, we're hugging, and everything's going really well. We have our picture taken, and I'm just like, yeah, just know that you're gonna be science bros with my friend Day. And he's like, all right, can't wait to meet Day. And I was like, you're welcome. You're welcome. And that's all he said.
That's
Like,
hilarious. That's
like,
actually even better than the version I got after you got to meet him.
I think that I was still trying to process what actually happened. Because I was just like, because, you know, you got to hug Chris Evans.
Yeah.
You got to feel his meaty arms wrap around you. And the nicest hug. And you got to rest your face on his boob. And just like,
You're so funny.
And like, when he laughed, he did the left boob.
The left boob, yeah.
And it was just so beautiful. And small angels wept tears of glory.
No, man. Oh, Ellie.
I just love that bro so much.
I know you do. Oh, we affectionately call him Bro Evans. For anyone who's like, we do.
It's kind of like, like, you know when you're talking about nuns where it's like, sister so-and-so, Bro Evans. Like,
see, what happened was, how that came about is, I realized that I couldn't really ever romantically want to be linked with Chris Evans. Though that sort of, some days, it shifts a little bit, but most of the time, I'm just like, no, he's on my list of, like, I can't, he's just such a bro to me, so it just became Bro Evans, and that's what I refer to him as at any moment, unless I'm talking to guys, and I have to be like, Chris Evans, because I can't do that, because they'd be like, who? I'm like, oh, Chris Evans, that's what I call him. That'd be weird.
Instead of Bro Evans, he should be Bone Evans.
Okay.
I want to bone him.
I know you do.
Oh, beautiful. I got in so much. Well, I didn't get in trouble, but he was appropriately horrified when those Vanity Fair pictures came out, and he was in the sweater with the white pants on the blanket, with the grass, and I was just like, I'm gonna fuck grass stains on him. And he was just like, please, 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 why are you like this? And I'm just like, I don't know. Science, cynicism, clinical depression, take your pick.
Oh,
yeah, they were not impressed with me. Not that day.
Oh, man.
Maybe that's part that you should edit out.
Nope. She's gonna keep asking me to edit stuff out, and I'm gonna be like, nope. This is what you get. This is Ellie talking to me. This is what happens every time. Every time. Oh, man.
I don't know why, but I just had, you know, the vine of the swan stalking the goose.
Yeah.
Every step you take. It's just like the goose swimming along. That just played through my mind. I don't know why.
Oh, man. Oh, man. And the other person you've met is Tom Hiddleston.
Oh. Oh.
I want to just, before she even goes into that story, I just want to mention that he has photos of the two of them in his phone. Maybe still, we don't know.
This cannot be confirmed.
We can't confirm this, but at the time,
I do not have a Twitter.
At the time,
there's no way to get these photos to me.
Yeah. At the time, something on your phone. What happened? I can't remember right now.
There were several things that happened all at once. So for those of you that do not know, until like 2014, I had a shitty slide-up keyboard phone.
Mm.
Like, I was living in the archaic times. Because I am a klutz. I drop things a lot. And I was like, I'm not going to get an iPhone because I'm going to drop it and bust that screen.
Mm-hmm.
and I had my shitty slide phone, and my friend Crystal with me, who had a very nice iPhone. And so we're outside where they're filming. I saw the light, and I have my book with me because I wanted to give him a book. I gave him a copy of A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, which is one of my favorite books. And, like, it was my copy where I had highlighted and written in it, and where it's like, oh, this is why I love this line, or this is so beautiful to me, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, just nice things. And, so we see him, and I am pretty much hyperventilating at this point. And, we go in for a hug. And we're hugging, and Tom Hiddleston is just enough taller than me to where when I'm pulling my hands back, they graze over the top of his butt. And we both have noticed. And I am horrified. I'm not just like a little horrified, I'm a lot horrified. And so I'm freaking out, and he's like, no, it's okay, it happens sometimes. And I'm like, it's not okay, that's assault. And he's like, no, I can clearly tell you didn't mean to. And I'm like, but that doesn't make it okay. And he's like, no, it's fine, I'm telling you it's okay.
Sweet
just
man.
please don't cry. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, would you like a photo? So I slide open my phone.
It didn't break. Oh my god.
And I dropped it.
Oh, Ellie.
So it breaks in half in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So I'm in Louisiana now, phoneless.
Mm-hmm.
No way to tell people.
Mm-hmm.
And Crystal's like, all right, I got this. Pulls out her phone.
He's dead.
And it starts updating.
Oh, damn.
Because it's an iPhone.
Of course.
And it wanted to update right then.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, now there are things that are like, remind me later, update later. No. Like, 4 years ago, that did not exist.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a thing. You just had to suck it up through your iPhone updates.
Uh-huh.
And, so Tom's like, all right, I got this. I'll tweet them to you later. Or I'll tweet them at you later. Because,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's what celebrities do, I guess. They just tweet photos. I don't know. And so we take these photos, and I looked terrible. Mostly because I look vaguely horrified that I'm going to touch his butt again. And, yeah, so that was my meeting with Tom Hiddleston. Oh man, his butt looks so good in those pants, though.
To be fair, his butt always looked good.
Looks
Good in like pretty much anything. Like that's the truth of the matter. And I'm sorry to any boys who don't care about those things that might be watching this video because or listening to the podcast in another tab because I can't apologize. I can't apologize.
I can't be tamed.
Oh God. Ugh.
Throwback.
Eh. Eh.
I actually had a conversation with somebody about Miley Cyrus the other day. They're like, I was never impressed by Miley Cyrus. And then just in my mind, I was like, I could have been Miley Cyrus. A fat Miley Cyrus. But Miley Cyrus.
I hope you never become a Miley Cyrus.
No, this was like 2010 Miley Cyrus, where she was, you know, under the Disney scope.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, petty. I mean, I'm still petty, just different levels of petty now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because you just brought up the fact that you can sing bit. You're just, like, segueing like crazy, and I love it.
I just want you to know that all of this is organic.
I know, it is.
It is. I'm not going to give you a list of things.
I haven't. I never give anyone a list. I usually have like a vague, small, tiny little list that I go off of sometimes. Sometimes I don't even. It's usually like the first question is the only thing I know, and then the rest, just whatever happens. It's just... So, well, you, I don't know. Do you sing anymore? Like...
Not professionally. Oh, God. Well, okay, so I work at a camp.
Yeah.
And we have the annual talent show coming up.
Oh boy.
And Call Me Maybe was playing.
Oh gosh.
In the dining hall.
Oh man.
And this guy was like singing along, and he looked at me as the Call Me Maybe bit came back. So he was like, "Hey, I just met you," and like singing it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, "So here's my number, call me maybe." And he just froze as I was singing it to him, and he just like looked so dazed that, you know, somebody sang it back to him, and I was just like, all right, bye. And so a couple of hours later, the guy who's doing the theater stuff this summer came up and he goes, "I hear you can sing." And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And I'm having like flashbacks of singing, and it's just like everything I've ever learned is just like flooding forward into my mind, and I'm just like, abort. So I've been roped into singing at the talent show.
Oh no.
Even though I feel like everybody at the talent show is either going to play guitar or sing.
I think that's kind of the limitation at camp.
I mean, yeah. I will say I had a really horrifying moment just a second ago because I have a save spot or a bookmark on my browser that says camp recipes, and I opened up my Google Chrome and I for a split second saw Camp Rock instead. And I was like, "Do not do this to me." Because a little known fact, the first fandom I wrote for was actually Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I got back into fan fiction in 2008.
Yeah.
I wrote for Camp Rock. Yes. I actually won a couple of fandom awards for Camp Rock.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think anybody voted in them except for like me, my friends, and like 100 other people. So, I mean, do with that as you will.
You never know, but at least see you got recognized for something though. That's what it kind of counts.
You.
It counts no matter how small you think that might be.
Thank you. I had it on. I think I might still have it on my FFN profile, where it's like, this won the Best Jeetlin Award in the 2012 Camp Rock Awards or whatever. So, that's a thing. My friend Logan is actually wrapping up her last Camp Rock story. It's 37 chapters long, and it is going to finish in a couple of days. And she texted me the other day and she's like, "I feel like this is an end of an era." And I was like, holy shit, it is.
It is. That was a while back, Camp Rock.
I mean, yeah.
I think I was in high school maybe when it came out.
Yeah, but
I can't remember what year that came out. So
the revival of the Camp Rock fandom happened in like 2012 and 11 because the Jonas Brothers got back together for that album that never came out, which I'm not salty about.
No, I'm salty as fuck.
Yeah, I know. I'm still,
because it's really dumb. It's still dumb. Like you kept telling people soon, and then it never happened.
I mean, to be fair, their dad got, like, cancer or something, and that's why
I haven't been in that life so long, so I have no idea what their personal lives are
yeah,
about.
Man. Okay, so apparently what happened was they wanted to focus on their dad for a while, and so they split up, and they were taking care of him, and then he got better, and then I guess the older one had a baby.
Yeah, sweet girl.
The other
She's so cute.
Yeah, the other two were like, "Yeah, we're just gonna continue making music over here, and you can go be the family man. Good job."
I always feel bad for Kevin, because, like, people did not like him, and I'm like, that's my boy, though. It's my boy. Oh, God.
I liked Kevin.
Kevin was a sweet boy. Sweet man, actually, because he's older than me. But he's so sweet. I'm happy he got a family.
Chris Evans, my son, and he is like several years older than me, I think Kevin Jonas qualifies as a sweet boy.
It's true. I do. I always call mostly anime boys my sweet boys, but on occasion it comes out with like real people.
The only anime boy I call my sweet boy is Luffy D Monkey.
Oh my
Monkey D Luffy.
Dude, I'm rewatching One Piece right now because for some reason I had an inkling to like, cause I'm way behind. I'm like soups behind, and I haven't touched it since like the beginning arc, and I'm in the second arc, and I'm like, oh my god, so much has changed. But my sweet Luffy, love him. He's not my I can't say he's not my favorite, because he is. He's the main character.
My least favorite is Chopper.
Oh.
Fuck Chopper.
No,
damn,
the reason why I'm saying that, because Crush Boy, that's one of his favorite characters. He's like, I hope he don't die. No. And I'm like, boy.
Fuck Chopper.
No, Ellie. I don't mind him. Annoying. I don't mind him. But I haven't even got to him yet in the rewatch. I haven't got to him yet. I was like, I could have sworn he came in sooner. He's not. I'm like on episode like almost 70, and he's still not appeared. And I'm just like, what? How
Vivi appeared yet?
Huh?
Vivi?
Yeah, she just appeared.
Okay, so yeah.
Literally just appeared. I can't remember, what did I watch yesterday? I can't remember right now. It's not important. But
I think my favorite villain, even though she's not technically a villain, she's just an antagonist, is Miss Golden Week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She's about to come up in your
I think she has, or she's about to, because I'm near
Mr. Three's. She's Mr. Three's sidekick.
Yeah. I met her already. Yeah.
I love Miss Golden Week.
Since we're on the anime talk, we can talk about Yu Yu Hakusho, because that's my jam. I still love. Who's your fave who's your Karama?
Yeah.
He's my fave.
You know I'm a hoe for pretty boys.
I am too. I was like, I didn't realize it till I started rewatching it like a couple months ago just because I felt like my brother has all the seasons, so I was rewatching it, right, and I was like, oh, Karama, I forgot about you. I forgot about my lust for Karama.
I don't know if I so much lust for Karama.
He's so beautiful. He's so sweet. He's such a beautiful fox demon. But no, I'm about to get the demon Kurama figure, because he's so beautiful as the demon one. Like when
Kurama?
Yeah, with the
silver hair.
Yes,
yeah.
I was like, oh god, I gotta.
You gotta.
Like when he first appeared again while I was rewatching, I was like, oh shit, this is not cool. How do I like you more than I like actual Kurama?
It's good to speak with you again.
But Kurama is your boy.
He's the original bae.
He is the original bae. Because I think I watched. No, that's a lie.
I watched Yu Yu Hakusho in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that was one of my first animes. Just one of them. There was a lot of them in that era.
Digimon.
Oh yeah, Digimon.
The guy who had the I can't remember. I think it's Agumon, where it's it looks like a seal with a horn on it.
Yeah.
That guy's digi person guy, the human. Mm-hmm. That guy was also one of my original anime baes. Animes.
We're gonna coin that term.
Trademark. Elise Collins, 2017.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I think they're trying to bring back Yu Yu Hakusho, and I'm like, don't mess with perfection. Don't mess with it.
Bring it back.
But I think they think it's supposed to be maybe a movie or something. I don't know. They just teased about it, so we don't even know if it's actually happening, but I was like, give
me 3 hours of Shori and Kurama talking about how he's a demon.
Yeah.
I want it. I need it from my soul.
Yeah.
Also, I would be okay with a second gen.
Yeah, movie. Actually, yeah, I'd be cool with that. I would be cool with that. Yeah.
Because I kind of want to see what happened with Kuwabara and everything.
Yeah.
I kind of know if he opened up his own dojo or if he finished school or whatever. I just want to know that my original children are doing okay.
That's how I feel about the Naruto base right now. I'm just like, I'm here, I'm watching, because I'm watching the show about his son, right?
Oh,
mostly because he got some Narahina content, and I was like, my babies, it's so good.
I like how we both have canon ships.
Yes.
In both of our fandoms.
They're like my sweet biz.
Small spoilers, if you are going to start reading OMG Check Please, which is OMG Check Please on Tumblr, and it also has a brand new website, which is linked on its Tumblr. Promo.
I will be linking everything, so it's fine.
The ship is Zimbits.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's the official ship name for Eric and Jack.
Biddy and Jack, yeah.
Yeah, it's Zimbits.
That's such a weird ship name.
It is not as weird as the Kent Parson and Alexei Mashkov.
What is that?
That one's Potato.
But I don't know why that's so good to me, though. That's so good. I love that.
I really didn't care about that ship until somebody was like, the name is Potato. And I was immediately like, yes, I'm interested. Give me all the things.
Yeah.
The ship of Kent, Jack, and Biddy is PB&J.
Of course it is.
Yep.
Of course.
And then Kent and Jack is Pims. And then, I don't know why this hasn't caught on, but I feel like the Ransom and Holster ship name instead of Wholesome, because it is wholesome, which is adorable and
cute. It's cute.
Should be Bro Sunday.
Oh, that would be awesome, actually. I love that. That's cool.
Because they have a bit in the comic where it's like, best friend Sunday, and they split a Sunday. It's so cute. And I personally do not ship Wholesome. But that's because I just really like them as bros. Actually, I could see them being in a poly relationship with March, who I think is Holster's girlfriend. It's been a while. It might be Ransom's girlfriend. It's been a while since I've read, like, the year one comic. But at this point, I think I think March has graduated. I don't know what's happened to March. But I also ship Ransom with Tater as well, Alexei. I mean, to be fair, I'm a multi-shipper. I will ship anybody and anything with anyone.
That's true. That is true.
I am a shipping hoe. There's about 3 ships total where I was like, nope, I'm just not gonna venture into the darkness. I will not go there. And there's the ship that must not be named from you know which fandom.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, I'm glad there's finally a podcast where I don't mention that because I can't.
You don't bring up the conspiracy?
No, I do. I actually do. This is like the first one where we don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, okay, to be fair, I did write Shirley forever,
yeah.
I wrote it for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So we could talk about that if you wanted to. If you wanted to talk about like Stardust or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because I do actually, somewhere in my Google Docs, I have a sequel to Stardust that will probably never be completed. But I could just tell you the summary anyway.
You realize that Shirlalians are going to listen to this podcast, and then they're going to immediately go, what? There's a sequel?
Well, yeah. Okay.
They're going to ask for it. Watch.
Okay, so where I had us leave off was that Molly was taken hostage by Sebastian Moran because she was prying into the cases of bodies that had turned up with gas pockets of starburst coming to the surface of the skin after the person had been deceased. in the Starverse universe, when somebody dies, your solar system becomes stationary to help, like, show cause of death, like if there was outside play or things like that. And so she's researching into why are these systems behaving this way. And she's come too close to the truth.
Of course.
So now she has to be taken out. And I will say that I wrote all of this prior to season 3.
Yeah.
So season 3 hadn't aired yet, so I definitely didn't know anything about season 4. And so Molly gets taken hostage by Sebastian Moran. And I think that I have Jim Moriarty just being dead. Like, he's just dead. There's no coming back. He's just dead. Like, regular dead. Real people dead.
He's still dead. So
he's still dead?
He was never revived. He was dead.
I didn't watch season 4.
Okay, let me give you the spoiler real quick. Season 4.
Alright, I know that there's a sister.
Yeah, Eurus. So basically, the whole thing where they were trying to say that he was alive, he's not actually alive, that was because he actually, as a favor to Mycroft, as a favor to his sister Eurus, she wanted to have 5 minutes alone with Jim Moriarty. This was before he died. And then she recorded all this stuff with Jim Moriarty to play this game with Sherlock, eventually, in the last episode. So Moriarty is actually dead. This is just, that's how they
pre-recorded messages.
Yes, that's how they brought him back, but he was dead all along. So, yeah, that's basically what happened. That's the short version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Moriarty is dead. And Sebastian's like, oh, well, guess I'm gonna carry on his work. Starting with you. Oh, so, Molly almost gets injected with the serum to remove people's dustings. Which, for those of you who have not read Stardust, the dustings are galaxies that are on people's bodies, and they interact with the systems around you. So it is better explained in the fic, in like the first chapter. So if you'd like to read it, you may. I also have a check please version of Stardust that does not involve murder,
which I will be reading at some point.
Oh man, I will say it is probably one of my favorite fics. My all-time favorite fic, though, is definitely Things That Must Be Earned.
You know, that's my favorite from you, as I've often wrecked it on like things people ask me, like, what are your favorite fics? I'm like, there's that one right there. That's like that's one of my favorites of yours.
Natasha Romanoff fic. You want girls kissing girls?
There you go.
Here you go. But okay, so dead, almost injected with the serum to remove dustings, and then it kind of has the culminating of, I don't want to lose you, and Molly's like, I almost died, you asshole. You almost did lose me, so you need to get it together.
Yeah.
And so that basically forces Sherlock to get it together.
That's kind of ironic also, because that kind of almost hits a point in season 4, because another spoiler for you.
I love you series.
So yeah, that's because he thought she was about to be killed by Eurus, but she didn't actually have any bombs in Molly's house, and that's when they confessed their love to each other. And the end scene is with Molly being really happy in 221B. So there we go. Canon. It's canon. You can't see Ellie right now, but she just did a little dance for me. It's great.
I did like a full body roll.
There we go. That's basically what happened. And he couldn't tell her, obviously, that, because basically he had to get her to tell him she loved him, which he tried to say that he didn't. He tried to play it off as if he didn't know.
In GIF form.
Oh, okay, yeah. But there's someone has the full scene up without music, and it's so much better than what they gave us. It's so pretty, and I love it.
I don't know if I could handle that. I'm gonna be like really honest with you.
No, the music kind of takes away from the scene, which is why they did it. They took the music out, and the music is kind of distracting. I didn't even notice till I watched the no music version, and I was like, oh, that's so much better. Just so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what else? What else do you want to talk about, babe? Come at me. We've successfully transitioned through 4 of my fandoms.
Oh. Apparently this is a question I've just started asking people, and I don't know where it came from. I think it started with Broomy, and then it just sort of, in each of the podcasts, now I'm doing it. What's something that you're interested in that most people would not suspect you to be interested in by what they already know of you?
Well, let's try to keep things PG-13.
Dude,
but
there's no filtering here, so whatever.
I don't know who's gonna be listening to this, so we're not gonna like hash through my dirty dark secrets.
Not now, and not on recording.
Not when we're recording. No. Something that I'm interested in that people would not peg me for, I guess. Yeah.
Take your time.
I don't know. I used to steal birds, but everybody knows that.
That's true, but like, what's something they don't know though?
Well, to be fair, I don't think somebody would see me on the street and goes, then there's a bird thief. That one, right there. There she goes.
Oh, man.
To be fair, I just don't think that I exude that when I walk down the street.
Yeah.
Something that I'm interested in that people might not know
and it
about.
Doesn't
I
have
really like Dragon Age.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Dragon Age is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Talk about Dragon Age.
Love Portal.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
Love Portal.
Yeah.
And Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, so I played Portal 2 in 2012.
Yeah.
And I love puzzles. I'm very good at puzzles and problem-solving games and things like that. Professor Layton is my shit.
That's my fucking favorite, and I can't wait for that new spin-off game to come out. Girl,
don't even bring that up.
I can't.
So excited.
I'm so excited. Me and Kat, just so excited about that. Me and her been. I don't know if you saw from my birthday. She drew a Shillelagh version of the Unwound Future scene with Claire and Professor Layton. She drew that wasn't for my birthday. She drew that previously, but she wrote the fic for my birthday, and I was crying and just so happy at the same time. That's like my babies.
I need it.
I will send you a
Give
link.
it to me.
I will send you a link.
Thank you.
That's like my favorite game in the series because it hurts me so bad. It's just so good.
It's so good. So I really like puzzle games and things of that nature, and Portal was actually the first video game I ever played. Mm-hmm. And then I played Dragon Age Origins, which is the second game I've ever completed. And then I did the entire Dragon Age series, and now I'm working on Mass Effect. Which has not been going so well because apparently I just suck at the maps in Mass Effect. I also apparently suck at following directions because I was looking
I'm terrible at it. Terrible at it in games. So terrible at it.
This guy in a random bit of dialogue was like, yeah, go to the right and there's this bunker. And I was like, alright. So I went into the bunker, turned to the right, and there was like a shipping container. I was like, where the fuck is this guy that I'm supposed to talk to? So I wandered around this one unit for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, alright. So I went outside, and I turned my character to look to the right, and there was this big-ass building. I was just like, fuck you.
So that's okay. That's actually, since you said that, I'm gonna bond with you for a second. Something similar happened to me.
We need more bonding. We are already super glued.
I know. But we can always bond more. So I was playing a Sherlock Holmes game, and same kind of concept happened. They were like, yo, you need to go this place. And I was like, okay, cool, this should be easy. It was not. Because I couldn't fast travel to it because I had never been to the place before. And it was like, it's going to be like right around, it's going to be across the street from when you're currently, because it's a Victorian era type thing. So I'm just like, okay, this shouldn't take so long. 1 hour later. It was so bad.
Sounds like some fucked up Nancy Drew shit.
It's so bad. But I love that game.
Have you ever played any of the older Nancy Drew games?
Not all older ones. I have played a couple of the newer ones.
Okay, so the really old Nancy Drew games is either like 100 things of dialogue or 40 puzzles back to back before you ever get any story whatsoever. There's no in between. It's still actually
they're still like that actually.
It's a little more interspaced. They got better about it about the Waverly School one.
Have I played that one? I can't remember. Describe it to me.
I wanted to call it Witches of Waverly Place because it does have something to do with the Salem witch trials.
Oh no, haven't played that one. That's not the one that I played.
That game is Midnight in Salem. That one isn't out yet.
Okay.
That's the newest game, and that isn't out yet.
I can't remember. There's
Why do I know this? I don't even really play them like that, but I do watch this guy on YouTube play them because I like the stories. I just wish.
Yeah, they're really interesting. Speak. Oh, he's just one of those just straight gameplay ones instead of the one who do the conversation while they're playing it.
He does the gameplay. I don't mind watching the gameplay, actually, because I also like to pause the video and see if I can solve the puzzle myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm too cheap to buy the games. I'm sorry. I've got other things I could be spending my money on.
Funnily enough, the Nancy Drew games are actually cheaper than most PC games that I've seen, which is really weird to me. I'm like, really? Because I bought some at work before. But yeah.
But yes, he likes to talk during the dialogue scenes, and I'm just like, I will murder you. Just be quiet, please.
No, I never, like, even when I do Let's Play videos, I never talk during the good dialogue, because I want people to actually, that's something to pay attention to, and I have to pay attention to, also, when I'm playing, so, never talk during dialogue.
I will say one of my favorite playthrough series that I've ever watched is Rithian's BioShock playthrough. And BioShock, if you've never seen BioShock, is an inherently violent game.
It is. It's very violent.
So, I mean, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know me at all, I am a big sissy. I don't like violence. I don't like gore. I don't really like shootings. I'm like, in real life shootings, those are just terrible. We're not going to talk about that.
They're frightening.
But I mean, like, movie shootings, where there's, like, action scenes. During the Avengers, I have to, like, close my eyes, cover them with my itty-bitty hands, and cover my peepers. And I wait for the explosions to stop. And then, it makes for an interesting time. So watching the BioShock playthrough is like, oh. And my friend Billy was like, oh, you'll watch this, but you won't watch American Horror Story?
Oh, and actually, I don't really like, I started that, and I was like, it's not my jam. A lot of people I know like that show, but I can't do it.
I have a hard time finding shows and things that I can watch because I get really bad secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like, it gets so bad that I will leave a room. I will walk out during a movie and wait for like 5 minutes for the scene to be over, then go back, ask somebody what happened, and then continue watching the movie. And I know that has to annoy whoever I'm with, but they do it for me, so it's okay. But, like, I have a really hard time watching The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
I love that show.
For that reason. Oh, it's a good show,
so
but,
good.
like, anytime...
No, same. I've had to pause an episode of Kimmy Schmidt because I'd be like, oh my god, no. I know it's coming, for one, and then at the same time, I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah. Have you watched the newest season
yes,
at all?
I finished it.
Same. I just finished it today.
It's so good.
So, the scene where she throws the trash can.
Yes.
I had to walk out. She threw the trash can and I was like, no. And I just like straight up no'd all the way outside and I was just like, no. No. But I have a Netflix and I have a Hulu. Oh man. Hulu has Steven Universe on there, and that is my shit. I love Steven Universe. It's so good.
I know. I just still haven't got around to it. I'm always reblogging stuff for it, though. Like, because I love the art and stuff for it. So I'm always reblogging stuff from it, because I was like, this is really so good.
Yeah,
but I just haven't,
visually stunning.
I just haven't got around to watching it yet.
Yeah. The music itself is really, really beautiful. One of my favorite songs, actually, the whole soundtrack just became available on iTunes like this week. I didn't know until I was on iTunes and I was like, holy shit, and I bought it right then. And people make fun of me for being like, I bought it, but I really did buy it. I always buy my music. People are like, you buy your music?
I do. Like, yes. I buy all my music.
I know several people that have never purchased a song in their life.
I mean, I did that for a while when I wasn't working, but it was mostly because I have Spotify though, so I listen to music, like premium Spotify, so I listen to it. But I also buy music itself. Like if there's like an album or something, I'll buy it. I bought like 3 or 4 albums recently.
Yeah. But one of my favorite songs comes from the episode Mr. Greg, and it goes, it's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? You won, and she chose you, and she loved you, now she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? And it is just so good, and it is heartbreaking and wrenching. It sounds
very heartbreaking and wrenching.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, if you have not seen Steven Universe, go see it. Watch it.
I think most people.
Actually, no, I do care how you watch it because you should support your artists. But watch it. I'm not going to tell you how you should watch it, but watch it.
Yeah.
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 I'm so excited. I just thought about the support your artist things, and I remembered that I might go see Neozy.
Oh yeah, that's
Austin.
right. Yeah.
In September, I'm just like, please, let's September. Where are you? Where are you, September? Please hurry.
I still want to go to that.
Same. Oh man, I'm so tired already, and summer camp hasn't even started yet.
You have a very demanding job, though, so.
That's true. That's true. I work like over 40 hours every week. But I have Saturdays off this year, and I don't know.
All year?
Like, not all year, but this summer, I have every Saturday off, and I saw that schedule, and I did this. Jeremy, I don't know which child you had to sacrifice to make this happen, but I'm very glad that you did. And he just stared at me, and he was like, Elise, please. The other thing that I said at camp recently that I maybe should not have said was, there's like a tag meme going around about lifeguards where it's like, lifeguards are trained to assess situations to save people.
Okay.
Share if you think lifeguards could be the judge, the executioner, and the punishers of justice. And I'm just like, and I was sitting there looking at this picture at 3 a.m. and I was like, yeah, pull the fucking trigger, Wes. And because for those of you that don't know, Wes is the head lifeguard, the head of the aquatics facility at the camp that I work at. And so I was just like, pull the fucking trigger, Wes. I'm ready. Deliver justice. And I told that to him the other day, and he was like, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that. And I went, see, that's exactly why I'd let you pull the trigger.
Oh, man. Oh, Ellie. Wow. I can't even right now. My face is so red because I was like laughing so much.
It's been too long.
I know.
Oh man, small update for anybody that remembers my giant teacup.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has turned it into a plant holder.
Oh god, I forgot you told me that. Oh my god.
I'm still upset. It's been like a year now, and she's like, just find me a bigger one, and you can have this one back. And in my mind, I'm like, if I find a bigger cup, I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah.
But
I'm on a hunt for eating. I'm on a hunt right now to find you one.
We're all on a hunt now.
To find you one. Sadly, that was not one of the things that I got you that I'm gonna mail to you. But it is something that you like, so yeah.
Is it a turtle?
I'm not confirming or denying that.
It's a turtle.
I'm not confirming or denying it.
Yeah, but I'm looking at your face right now.
My face is always like this when I'm talking to you, so that doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
That doesn't mean anything.
I'm looking at your face right now.
You know, people would think you're being real creepy right now, but this is just you in general. So.
Wow, are you saying I'm creepy? Just
no, just
Thanks.
saying the way you.
Oh,
Ellie, you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
She likes to mess with me.
To be fair, yeah. Oh man, I bought Vishma a Samwell hockey shirt, and it got delivered today. And Vishma has been sending me pictures of like her running around in her Samwell hockey shirt, and she's just like, "Yeah, it's so comfortable, it's so soft." And we've just been like, "Yes, these shirts are so soft and they fit so well." They really are they're so soft.
Yay!
I just don't know how.
Magic.
Probs magic. Dark magic. What are you doing?
That would be my older brother. He's messing with my little brother. Because he's on summer vacation now. And Quentin's off today. So. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why that entails mooing, though.
He wasn't mowing. He wasn't mooing. It was some other noise. I don't know exactly what he was saying. They're fucking loud, though.
It's okay.
So what else are you into at the current moment that we have not already spoken about?
I'm really into sleeping right now. Somebody today was actually like, Elise, you always talk about space and depression. You never talk about love. And I was I was personally offended that they did not associate space with Daisha. And I was just like, how dare you? And this person doesn't even know you. But they were just like, I was just personally offended. I was like, you should know who Daisha is. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you haven't met her or not. You should know. Daisha. Space. Daisha. Daisha. NASA confirmed.
If only.
I was horribly personally offended. This was not their fault. They could not have prevented this offendedness because they don't know you. And to be fair, I do like astronomy and things like that, but not to your levels. And I mostly like that stuff because it makes you happy.
Aww. You're so sweet.
I mean, it's really easy to make you happy, Deja.
I don't know. Some people don't see it that way, but okay.
It's because they're fucking morons.
True.
Let me help you out with that one. People that think it's hard to make Deja happy clearly just don't like puppies. That's just the long of it. That's just the short of the long of it. Honestly, it's just easy to make. It's easy to make you happy. All you have to do is talk about space, actually listen, and then have an input. Be like, yeah, I really like talking about this part of the space journey, or yes, I also like Star Trek. Star Trek is cool shit. I also like Star Wars. Star Wars is cool shit. And you don't even necessarily have to talk about those things. You could be like, yes, Anthony Mackie is very attractive. Falcon is great.
He is.
And then you will get Deja to go, yes, he is.
He's beautiful. Sweet bird prince. It's my bird prince.
It's not hard to make you happy.
That's true. I don't know. I guess it just depends on the barrier, what people are willing to talk about, I guess. Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm just really into Check Please. I'm also kind of, I'm educating people about depression and, kind of raising awareness for that in my local area, kind of. It's not really my local area, but I am informing my friends and family about, depression is a real thing and that you shouldn't just try to shove it under the rug.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and I've really been working on that part of myself, and, it's a process.
It is. I know. I haven't been in that hole in a little while, but yeah, it's definitely a process.
Yeah, it's a large process, accepting that sometimes depression is just a large part of you that does not just disappear when you want it to.
Yeah.
But I find that I have a lot of friends that I talk to from Tumblr, like Broomy and T and Zach and Vishma, June, all of my friends from Tumblr, Addie, and of course you, Day. I mean, like, I'm obviously talking to you right now, but there are people in my life that I talk to regularly that that really help me stay above the surface. And it's nice to have them there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so tired.
I know. I see it. She's gotten into a curled up position.
I'm slowly just becoming one with the pillow, and I'm just like,
oh man, how much sleep have you had lately?
Like today?
Last night?
You really want that answer? Because you're not gonna be happy with it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
How much, Ellie?
Like 3 hours?
Holy shit, girl.
2.5? Maybe.
You need some sleeps.
Maybe later. I've got a fanfic to like scream at for 3 hours to see if I can make any words happen.
You got a playlist? Because that helps with me.
Oh, I actually do. Oh man, I built playlists for all of my favorite Check Please characters. And I did it in such an order to where it is, or for at least Kent, I put it in an order where it's like, this is when he and Jack were playing together in, like, the queue, and this is Jack, this is post-Jack. All of these songs are him trying to rebuild himself and things like that. And, I like making playlists for characters. it makes me happy. Or it's not necessarily that it makes me happy, but it gives me great satisfaction.
Yeah, I have a lot of them for various projects I work on. Like my MCU multiverse fic thing that sometimes drives me insane. I have like 2 different playlists for that. Actually, no, almost 3, I think, at this point. And then I have some for some of my original stuff, as in books. Then I'm working with
something original that I'm actually working on with Daisha at the moment called Fireside.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping will be coming to you very soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
But it is about camp shenanigans. Because in most media formats, whenever you're watching something from camp, it's always from the view of the camp attendees.
Yeah,
it's never from the view of the camp counselors.
Yeah.
So we're telling the stories of camp counselors through various shenanigans. And let me just say, it's a fucking trip, y'all. The most Southern Ellie has sounded all podcast. It's a fucking trip, y'all.
No, it got there when you used that voice. I say y'all a lot, so it doesn't even
phase you.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
Not, so especially at work.
There's like 2 sides of my family, and one of them is like, Elise, we go get the sweet tea off the purse. And it's just like, oh, okay. And then there's the other side of my family where it's like, Elise, Renee, go get the sweet tea off the porch, baby. And it's just like, but which one of you is the real Southern accent? Which one of you is the real Texas accent?
The first one sounds more like Georgia South than Texas South.
I mean, honestly, to me, Texas South is just Matthew McConaughey going, all right, all right, all right.
Oh my god. Is he from Texas, by the way?
Yeah, yeah.
I had a feeling, but I've never even thought to look that up.
I didn't even know, like, for a long time I didn't know Matthew McConaughey was from Texas, but anytime I would look at Matthew McConaughey, I would go, you just look like a Dallas fuckhole.
Why is he, like, I only put Matthew M in the search, and then he's the first result.
Yeah.
Let me see, hold on.
Is the second one Matthew McConaughey doesn't wear deodorant?
No, it was just another Matthew, but I don't remember who it was. He is, Austin, Texas. Oh no, that's where he lives. He's from Uvalde, Texas, which I've never heard of.
Yeah, it's near, like, Uvalde is near San Antonio.
Is it?
Yeah, it's kind of in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I know that is because I had a roommate who was from Uvalde.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He has the weirdest photo on Wikipedia. Oh my god. It looks so strange.
I just feel like Matthew McConaughey looks a little strange.
No, but like his eye, one of his eyes look really weird in this photograph.
I mean, I can kind of see it in the reflection of your glasses. So, I agree.
I can't stop looking at it because it's so weird. Like, I can't. What is this?
You can't look away.
Okay, let me minimize this window before I can. That was such a weird photograph. Wow. Though, to be fair, the photographs, whenever you go on somebody's Wikipedia page, are, like, so weird. They're, like, some of them are nice. Most of the ladies are pretty cool, pretty nice, but the men's are, like, really strange photographs for their, like, official photo for you.
My favorite is that for a long time, they never used any press photographs of Kevin Jonas. They always used, like, the candid street photographs where he had, 18 chins.
Oh my god. Poor
and that
Kevin.
was maybe my favorite fun fact.
Oh, poor Kevin. Oh, man. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm silly.
I am. Thank you.
What kind of music are you into right now?
I've really enjoyed the new Harry Styles album.
I haven't listened to it. I don't really care. Is it weird that I'm actually more looking forward to Niall's album than I am to anybody else?
No, that's not weird.
Because he's always been my fave. And then for some, because I wasn't really deep in the 1D life, but I was like, he's adorable, and I like him.
The dark period of my life where I was actually paid to write 1D fan fiction by one of my coworkers, so that I didn't have to do the fryer at Taco Bell.
Oh my gosh.
That's a piece of dark history for you. I used to work at Taco Bell.
Oh, yep.
And there was a girl that
which is why I can't. We never get to go there whenever I'm with Ellie because she's like, nope. No, and it's weird, like, and I don't intentionally crave it when I'm with her, just sometimes it happens.
Sometimes we'll be sitting in the car trying to decide where we're gonna go, and she's like, we could go to Taco, and, like, she doesn't even have to say anything else, and I've, like, curled into the chair, just turned into a sour grape, like, no.
Oh my gosh.
And, so this girl used to trade me fanfic for fryer. And let me tell you, if that was a commission price, I would be all about it. Would trade shift for fanfic. And again, I'm also working like 14-hour shifts, so I don't necessarily know what the like fic count, word count for that would be, but it would probably be really fucking high.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Okay, so it's something that I feel like we haven't talked about, but I feel I'm pretty well known for is AUs.
Oh yeah. AUs are my jam. Like, I write them, like, excessively to the point where I'm like, I don't need another one, but this is on my list.
Yeah. I have an entire tag
on
my Tumblr. And
just AUs.
if y'all are ever looking for alternate universes or, like, a tagging system, I have a tag on my Tumblr that is linked on my homepage to sort through all of my saved AUs. I also know that Miss Jolie has an AU master list as well that I contributed to. Yes, I adore AUs, and I think part of it has to do with I think one of my favorite AUs currently is taking your fandom to work.
What? What is that?
Yeah, it's where so the original idea was that you were supposed to self-insert yourself with these characters at your job.
That's weird.
But the fandom turned it into your favorite characters now have your job.
Oh, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Like, no. Especially not now.
So, like, for me, it's kind of interesting in that I work at a camp.
Yeah.
So
actually, that would actually work.
Already an AU.
I was like, that would actually really work for you.
Okay, so how about this one? Sherlock and Molly are Target employees.
I can't see that. I cannot see it. Except, I don't know, for some reason I can see him as being like a...
stalking. Sherlock is
a stalker,
and he's trying to figure out who the fuck is messing up his categorizing systems.
That sounds like me, actually.
Who the shit is not putting things where the proper price tags are.
Oh my gosh. Molly is me in this scenario.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The idea is that you take your fandoms to work.
Mm-hmm.
You put them in different job settings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be an exercise in replacement.
Interesting.
I mean, I've really enjoyed it, but that's first of all, because I work at a camp.
Yeah.
So
you can do so much.
For me to be like,
you can do so much with that. Yeah. Be on that there. No. Yeah. It's so, very limited.
For me, it's like Jack Zimmerman teaches field hockey, and Eric Biddle teaches field hockey, but really wants to bake pies.
Oh my gosh.
And everybody else does all these other things, and it's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I'm 98% shenanigans.
Of course.
So a little fun fact about my town. There's a bar called Shenanigans and Confettis. So anytime somebody's like, "Are you up to shenanigans?" I'm like, "Yeah, but there ain't no confetti."
Oh my god. You just let me choke, Ellie. Oh my god.
It's not the first time somebody's happened. Why am I like this? I'm sorry.
It wasn't that much, but I was drinking water when she started that, and I shouldn't have. Because I should have known.
Regrets.
Then it was going to be something like, it wasn't too much water though, because I would have been dying. Oh my gosh. Wow. So like, what's your favorite AU that you've come across? Or favorites, I should say, because you probably have several. Your top 3.
Okay, so depending on the fandom, for like Check Please, one of my favorite AUs is that Jack never went to Samwell, or Biddy never went to Samwell, and they've both pursued their different career paths and are meeting as adults.
Oh yeah.
Through either various connections or the friends that they would have made at Samwell or things like that. And that's one of my favorite AUs for Check Please. One of my favorite AUs for Sherlock was was Molly as Sherlock and Sherlock as Molly.
Swap lock. Then yeah.
And I'm always uncomfortable with the term swap lock.
Oh, I don't use it.
Yeah.
That's not the term I use. I use gender swap, but that's because the thing that I like is actually a gender swap. Where
see, but I'm also weird about gender swap because not that this is particularly like the goal or idea behind a gender swap, but to me, from speaking to a couple of my other friends, they're like, it feels vaguely transphobic.
I think it depends on how they do it.
Yeah. Because
I only have one that is a gender swap, and it's not a straight story, so it just whatever happens in that one. So yeah. But I don't go out of my way to read those because I don't know. Not everybody does it
really
right.
Go out of my way to read like a gender swap fic, I guess, but I do enjoy the personality swap.
Yeah,
is what I would feel more comfortable calling it. Is Molly now has Sherlock's job, and Sherlock's not quite Sherlock's personality, but the very self-assuredness.
Oh,
we've got a cat.
We got a cat. Y'all can't see this. The beautiful cat, but I saw it for a second. Now I just see the side and the poop. Aw, so sweet.
Hi, baby. Yeah, this is the cat that I've trapped in the room with me. But, so yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then I also really enjoyed university AUs.
Those are my favorite. I love those.
Yeah.
So good.
And I also really like... Okay, so I'm trying to remember... I feel really bad because I think it was Miss Jolie who wrote me a fic that... Because this person wrote me this fic. And I feel really bad that I can't remember who did it for me right off the top of my head. But it was so cute. And Molly and Sherlock were next door neighbors. And they would climb through each other's windows. And it was Teen Lock. And it was so cute. and I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, Teen Lock is one of my faves as well.
Yeah.
But I am a slut for a good soulmate AU.
I know you are.
I am trash.
That's actually my goal at some point, is to write a soulmate AU. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. Actually, I kind of
need like a cheerleader, because
I know.
I'm in.
I mean, you're already my cheerleader for one of the stories that I do plan to finish, but right now, unfortunately, I'm blocked.
Are you talking about the knockout?
Yes, I am. You should have known.
Oh my God, it's so good.
I know. She's like my cheerleader for that one fic. She loves it so much.
It's just so good. It's so good, guys. Okay, so before I met Day, I was super nervous to meet Day. Fun fact, Day, Mindy, and I met at the Natural Museum of Science or History in Houston to watch a screening of Jerusalem.
In 3D, voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. And I was super duper nervous.
Didn't know
both
this.
of them. Oh yeah, I was sweating bullets. I was just like, I was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just floored by Day's writing. I loved the knockout.
No, I'm blushing.
And I tried not to bring it up when I met her, because I was just like, I want to know what happens. I need to know. Just like really quietly in the back of my mind was just going, just give me the details. Where's the deets? Give me the deets. And I was like, this is not appropriate conversation for the first time you meet somebody. You can't just demand the deets over a burger. Smoothies do not make for details. Deet talk. Oh man.
That's the second fact I found out recently about when me and her initially met for the first time. The other one we don't need to talk about on recording, but
yeah, the other one is just,
it's a private matter, so don't worry about it.
It's none of your business. It's okay, friends. It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy Pride
For all
Month.
of you who are in the in our community. For those who might, I always forget that a lot of people don't actually know unless they were around that time when I officially came out. It's probably been a year now since I officially
came out to your family,
quote unquote. Well, just my mom. Well, and my grandma knows now too, and she's cool with it. She thought I was really slick about that though, because I didn't actually physically come out to her. It was like a little bit after, I guess no, it hasn't been a year then. I don't think it's been a year. It feels like it has, but I don't know. But anyway, I had made a post on Facebook because I was really angry about something. And she's like, I saw how you slipped in the fact that you were bi. And there I was like, I just started laughing. Because I was like, well, you were like one of the only people who noticed besides that dude who was kind of, I feel like he was questioning my bisexuality.
So you killed him, right?
No.
Why is that always my go-to? Anytime somebody upsets me or upsets me about my friends, you can ask anybody that I regularly talk to, anybody who's like, I've had a problem with so-and-so. I'm like, my first reaction is kill them. And then I offer you an actual piece of advice, maybe you should tell them to fuck right off. But kill them is always my first one.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually I know exactly why, because, existential humor. And dark humor is my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
But also, in my mind, it's just the little commercial where, you pop people's heads with your fingers. That's what I do. I'm just goodbye. I don't want to see you ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. But, yeah. So, yeah, you didn't kill that guy. Proud of you. Good job.
I don't think I could.
That guy's
I can't say that. I must say, I don't think I could kill someone, but that's a lie. I probably could.
Given the proper motivation.
It's true, yeah.
I feel like anybody could kill anybody.
That's true. Oh my gosh. We're talking about killing people on a podcast.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just think it's hilarious.
I mean, this is what you signed up for. I just want you to know. You married me. This was your choice.
It's true.
For those of you listening,
I was about to say, just go ahead.
Day and I are soulmates.
We're not legally married.
We are
technically.
No, we are not legally married.
Spiritually,
no.
yeah.
I will say that anytime where I'm thinking about dating somebody, I'm like, hey, Day, what do you think of this person? And she's like, I don't
honest.
care. And I'm like, but you should. You should care. We're married. And she's like, all right, then I care a lot.
No, it's true. I'll talk to her through stuff. But if I don't feel right about it, I'll tell her straight up, like, no, you know what? I feel like you need to do this.
I feel like you need to not go back to your shitty ex-boyfriend.
Oh, especially that.
Well, those talks are real, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I feel like we were talking about something before we were talking about this.
We were talking about AUs, and I had another question about AUs, actually. What is I know this is going to be a really, I don't know, it might be hard for you, but is there an AU that you just really loathe? Like, you hate it so much? The look on her face right now, oh my gosh. I should have screen capped that, because it was so good. You're so funny.
I'm giving you time.
I know.
You can just...
There you go. I got it.
Yeah. So, AUs that I loathe are many.
Uh-huh.
But most of them are like... Most of the AUs that I hate are like... non-applicable to the ships that I like.
Okay, but like, I know.
Because AUs that I don't like are mostly like, this person is now a baby carrier. That makes me angry, and I don't like it. Those are the AUs I don't like.
The baby carrier ones?
Yes, where it's like, this lady is only here because she can carry a baby.
Oh, fuck that shit. I hate that.
I'm not really sure if that's even an AU.
No, it's something... It's happened before. We've seen it in a certain fandom that will be not named today because we've seen it in a certain AU trope specifically of my favorite character. That's what they put her as. I'm just like... I'm gonna need you to not.
I will say my favorite AU is disregarding Age of Ultron.
Oh, yes. That's the best one. My mom loves that movie. My mom likes that movie, and I'm just like...
Your mom's wrong.
I'm so offended by it. Every time if I see it, I'm like, I'm walking out of the room. I cannot watch this movie. I hate it.
Somebody was talking to me, and they were like, but who else would be a possible romance for Bruce? And I was just like...
Bring back Betty for fucker, or Betsy, or whatever her name is. Bring her fucking back. It's Betty, okay. Bring her back. I've been trying to say that. I've been saying that forever. I can't remember who I was talking to, and I was like, just bring her back for fuck's sake. Just bring her back. That's all I want. It's just that's all I want. That's all I want. Just give me that one thing, and I'll be good.
I'm trying to think of like AUs that I really, really just don't like. I really don't like teacher-student AUs. Those make me feel weird.
The thing is, there's only one fic that I actually like that with, and of course it was Conception because she's amazing. Emily is my fave. I love her. Me and her are always talking on Twitter and Snapchat. But that's the exception to the rule. But I don't like. Yeah, I feel weird about the teacher-student relationship type stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know if there's so much that there's AUs that I don't like, so much as there are people that have executed them poorly.
That's true.
So I don't necessarily like that fic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a fic that I used to read that was like a Beauty and the Beast AU,
mm-hmm.
and parts of it were really good, but other parts of it were just not good.
Yeah.
And I was beta reading for it.
Oh.
And so it was just like, I didn't know how to tell the person that I was reading it for that this was not working out.
Mm-hmm.
That this was not the direction this needed to be heading.
But I think you have that authority when you're a beta reader to be like, you should probably not do this, or you should probably change this to something. Yeah.
Well, at the time, this person was a really prolific writer.
You can tell me later who that is, because I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you out them right now. We're not outing nobody today.
I'm not putting anybody on blast. It's just not. That's not the goal of today.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's not. There aren't any AUs that I just flat out hate.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that there are like certain things that I don't like reading.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really dislike non-con fics.
Yeah, I do too. Whenever I see it in a tag, I'm like,
nope.
Sorry, I'm out. Not even if I like the ship, will I read that? I'm like, nope, that's on my can't read list. I'm sorry.
Safe, sane, and consensual.
Yeah.
I almost said contentual, and I was like, that's not a word. That's not a word. How long have you been up again? And you made up that word?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's right up there with go vive.
What the fuck is that?
That's the fucked up Donald Trump word.
Oh, that word.
Sorry, Lord Damp Nut.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Go vive.
I'm just laughing. I love the memes that have come out of that, to be honest. But I hate the word. The memes are great.
A lot of things.
I do too. Oh shit! I just had a question. What was it? I really forgot. What the hell was I about to ask you?
So, I actually have a couple of questions for you.
Okay. Go for it.
Flipping it on you.
Sure, why not?
So, in your opinion, what are some of your favorite fics of mine?
You know, I haven't read any. You know, I'm gonna pull it up because I haven't been reading fanfic really, to be honest. Right now, I haven't been reading anything. Right now, I'm gearing up for Friday when I get to pick up Sarah Destin's new book that came out today, because she's like one of my favorite authors, and I'm so excited. It came out today, and I wanted to tweet her and be like, I cannot wait till Friday so I can actually read it. Even though today is your published.
Meg Cabot followed me.
Yeah, she follows me too. I love her. I
love Meg Cabot.
She's so good. It was her and Sarah Destin. They were the two that I was basically from middle school on up. Hold on.
I don't really use FFN anymore. I just feel like Archive is the superior.
I've been thinking about it, but I just haven't. I'm just like, because people still read a lot of my stuff. Most people read it on there because that's where they found me. So I will
agree that I get a lot more foot traffic on FFN, but I find that people are more likely to comment, review, and read on Archive.
I just remember, the question you just asked me. I just saw the fic and I was like, oh my god, yes.
That one.
The multiverse theory.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. It was like one of my faves. I remember when you pitched it to me, like she sends me stuff when she's starting to work on stuff on fics and writing in general, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And so when she finally put it out there, I was like, Oh, I'm gonna love this so hard.
I actually published the last 2 chapters, so I should probably go ahead and do that today.
It's 4 out of 6.
Because I have the last 2 chapters ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I just have not put them out, which is bad.
Oh, Landlocked also.
Waiting.
Yeah, Landlocked is also basically everything you've written I've just really loved. So like, I can't. Is that? It's true.
You'll have to let me know when you've read Stars in Alignment.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that's one of the. The first one. The first one.
The only Check Please fanfic I have.
Oh, really?
It's the only one that I have right now.
I could have sworn you had more.
I've written a lot of them, but I've written a lot of shorts on Tumblr, but I haven't published any to archive yet.
Wait, isn't this the one I've read before?
Stars in Alignment?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Tell
me what happens.
The one you had been sending me? Or is this the other one?
Body Swap.
I don't know, I feel like the Soulmate AU was also...
This is the one where, it's basically a rift on Stardust.
Okay. I probably haven't, but I feel like I know it, but I probably haven't read it. But we'll see.
I think one of my failing characteristics and one of my strongest characteristics about writing is that you are familiar with my concept before you come into the fic.
I don't think that's a bad thing, though.
Yeah, for some people, it's like, it's a familiarity thing. It's like, yes, I know what to expect when I come to read a fic by this author. Mm-hmm. But for myself, I kind of struggle with it because I would like to do something like prolific or huge and epic and or like devastating. Mm-hmm. Like like the Ravensdale Ghost.
Yes. That one is like, it's so, still waiting on that one. Yeah. It's just so good.
That fic is amazing.
Everyone is waiting on that.
It's just to be that caliber.
I know, and I think that's their only fic too that they've put out. And
I mean, it's a monster fic though.
It is, but it's so good. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm not at that caliber, I already know.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to achieve that caliber of writing, and I feel that, especially as fic writers, we fall into kind of our own trappings of, well, this is what I write. I don't write anything else but that. Like, for a long time, I was only writing angst. And everybody in Shirlolly remembers that, because I think I was, like, the largest supplier of Shirlolly angst for, like, months. And then I got really back into writing fluff, and then I got really into writing soulmate AUs. And I think that as fanfic writers, that we get too comfortable with where we've put our bars.
Yeah.
And so, while I think that it's a comfort, it is also...
hindrance a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually don't have a comfort zone when it comes to writing. It depends on what I'm working on, I guess, is how it goes.
My comfort zone is AUs. Soulmate AUs, definitely.
AUs are definitely... I guess it just depends how you go about writing it, I guess. Because mine are everything is different. Literally everything is different, which is interesting to me. Besides the knockout, what is one of your other favorites of mine?
I really like your ballet lock
Pas de Dukes. I love that one. So. Yeah. I love that one. I do. I just haven't.
I just feel like you love your fics and then you leave them to die. But
It's not that. Oh. It's that I get mused for different things, and so sometimes I can stay on point and update a certain number three of them all in the same like couple weeks. But that one is gonna take a bit because I have to make sure I have research tabs open while I'm doing it, because I haven't danced in a while. I used to dance when I was younger, and the terminology. I have to make sure that though I got one of the biggest compliments when I first started that. Someone sent me an ask on Tumblr and was like, as a dancer, this makes me cry because it's so good. And I was like, holy shit.
I think that might have been Vishma.
I was like, I don't know, it was anonymous, I believe. Let me look.
I know, but I think I remember that Vish and I talked about that once.
Really?
Yeah, because Vish used to dance. But I don't want to say that it was her and then have it not have been her.
I'm going to see, because I can't remember
something to pop over.
If it was,
Okay.
I can't remember if it was an anonymous or someone actually sent it. I just know it was under it's in my in my tag for Pasta Dukes. So, let's see. Really quick.
I will say that maybe one of my favorite AUs that I've written is Wilted Roses. Mm-hmm. The Pushing Daisies AU. Uh-huh. Because when I first started that fic, I wanted to incorporate Pushing Daisies, but I didn't really want to say that it was a Pushing Daisies AU because I wanted it to fit in verse.
It wasn't Vishma. It's someone, Paula's Corner had, it wasn't an ask, it was a reply. It was a reply to the post. I think it was the first chapter that I ever put out for, it has like 6 or 7 chapters, I think. I can't remember right now. But, yeah, they were like, girl, this is beautiful. I feel so identified because I'm a dancer. And one of the boys looks just like Ben. Your story is mind-blowing. And I had just woke up, and when I saw that, I was, like, dying. I was like, holy crap.
Those reviews give me life. Like, hold on, let me pull up my archive, and I already know which review I'm gonna look up. Because, reviews are life.
They are. Like, I actually don't get as many on Archive as I get on... It depends on the fic.
Okay, so my thing about FFN is that I understand that some people have a hard time leaving comments and reviews.
Yeah.
So I like the ability to have the kudos button. The kudos button.
Yeah, I love the kudos button, except that you can only use it one time.
Yeah, that's
the drawback.
That's rough.
It really is.
That's rough, buddy. My girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh.
So, I think that the comment I'm about to pull up is from the multiverse theory. Mm-hmm. And I just need to find it really quick. Shit. Where'd it go? Because it has... Wait. I cannot find the comment, but that is okay.
Do you remember vaguely what it said?
Basically that they really just enjoyed my writing. It was nice. Because I have a hard time staying motivated to write and to enjoy writing, because one of my large problems with the body swap thing that I'm writing is that I feel like I'm showing it to the same people over and over again, and I'm afraid that they're going to start hating my writing.
I don't think so. I think it just... When you have people who you trust enough to let them keep reading the same things over and over, I think that's like the best thing. Because I'm really picky about who I will let read stuff before I post it, because I'm really nervous most of the time.
For me, it's not even so much that I'm nervous. It's just that I'm one of those people where I really do need comments to keep me motivated to continue.
Yeah.
And I know that that's kind of not the greatest thing, especially for fic writers. But, sorry, I'm letting the cat out of the room.
It's so okay.
You hear the squeaky, everything. My bones, my joints, my life.
It's okay.
But, Yeah, I just as a writer myself, I have a hard time feeling like people are reading when they're not commenting or doing and things like that. So I actually keep all of my emails telling me that I've had a review or a kudo and things like that, and it helps. Sometimes I go back and I read them, and it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on Stars in Alignment. It's a review on one of my AUs, of course. And oh, here we go. I've been screaming nonstop since I read this series. And screamed even more when I read this. Galaxies under the skin. How do you come up with this beautiful madness? How dare it fit fucking perfectly with the series? Seriously, just slot it in there and be fucking seamless. It's so perfectly short and sweet, and my heart aches again.
Aww.
And I just, oh man, I love reviews. They're so good. Reviews are life. They're mana. Untapped mana. Magic the Gathering.
Of course. That's something a lot of the guys in my job, or I don't know if they're still into it, but for a time, because they know me as, like, I'm just, like, see, this is the thing. I hate that I'm about to say this, but one time, one of them told me, was like, you know, I wish my girl was like you, because I'm super into, like, a lot of the stuff that people, like, all the guys who I work with are into, because I'm a nerdy person, and I like, really cool shit, but the people who they're interested in are not on that level. So, which I just took it as, okay, whatever. But it didn't bother me because I'm kind of, I hate to say I'm used to it, but I'm sort of used to it. Yeah. So, I don't know. But, yeah. Oh.
One of my other favorite reviews comes from Mindy on Things That Must Be Earned, and it says, "Thanks for making me cry, Ellie," in all caps. Now I'm just reading, like, old reviews. But
sometimes I love doing that. It's half the time when that happens, I end up rereading whatever it was that I wrote, just to see, like, what got that kind of reaction from people.
Yeah, I really, really love when people fic wreck. That shit is good shit. When people, and it doesn't even have to be my fics. I get excited when I see other authors being fic wrecked. When people are like, oh man, okay, so there's a fic that I love called, I think it's number 58, and it's by Diet Plain Light, or So Yes So.
Yes. I haven't read that one yet, but I've read most of her stuff. I love her. She's so good.
It is beautiful. Like, imagery, scenery, descriptions, phrasings. It is one of my favorite fics. And I just adored how, just, like, to me, that fic is like chocolate mousse. Silky, elegant, beautiful. I just, oh man, I love that fic. I just love that fic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of fics that I love, but that's the one that I fic wreck a lot to other people. That it's not like The Knockout or something like that. Like, I fic wreck The Knockout, don't get me wrong, but I also try to do one-shots and short stories because sometimes I feel like those are kind of left off to the side because they're not epic sagas and things like that. I just dropped my fucking laptop. But there's a special place for one-off stories in
There
my heart.
are. I've gotten many comments on one-shots that I've made where they're like, but where's the rest of it? And I'm like...
That shit pisses me off.
It does, like, some of them are, like, the really long ones, too. Like, I have one that's 10K, which is, like, one of my favorite ones, give and take. And, yeah, that's one of the ones that I always get fine comments that's like, but is there more of it? And I'm like, no. Now I've gotten to the point when I do one-shots, I have to make sure I put it in, like, an author's note that this is it. There's not going to be any more of it.
Yeah, and that kind of hurts my heart a little bit. Because it's like, you do all this work, and you're doing it for free.
Mm-hmm.
And then people are kind of, like... So one time I had somebody tell me, great writing, but where's the rest of it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked about it on Tumblr, and then I got an anon saying, if you don't want bad reviews, don't write fic. And I was like, okay, so first of all, it wasn't a bad review.
It was just
not a great review. It was a poor review from a writer's perspective, in that somebody asked for more fic where there clearly wasn't any more.
Yeah. Pretty much. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't respond to... There's been some reviews that I haven't responded to because I got too angry about... Not about more stuff. It's more like people who pick certain stuff out of that, like, meant nothing, like, in context, and they'll, like, hammer on that for no reason, and
yeah,
they start the review off right, and then they do that. It slides into, like, a backhanded compliment, and I hate those.
Irritating.
I hate
That's
those.
frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there are a couple of fics, like little ficlets that I have that are some of my favorites, but they have very little traffic.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of those, and it kind of bums me out. And those are times when I do get asked if I can fic rec, like, maybe top 5 or just like some that I really like lately or something. I'll go out of my way to wreck those because I want people to get more traffic.
One of my favorite Shirley fics that I ever wrote was Sinking Ships at Shore. Mm-hmm. And it's a mermaid AU. Mm-hmm. And I really love that fic. Mm-hmm. And it has 100 kudos and 5 comments.
But that's good kudo-wise, because I think I haven't reached 100 kudos on any fic yet. So, I don't know. Okay. So, you said, what was the last thing you heard?
The last thing that I said was the fic that I like the most that doesn't really have any reviews is Sinking Ships at Shore. And then you said, I don't really remember, and I think that you were going to say, I don't really remember that fic.
No, I can't remember what I actually said. That's not what I said, though. None of my fics have ever gotten to 100 kudos. Like, ever. None of them. They're all, like...
What?
No, none of them are at 100.
I don't think any of my... Wait, no.
None of mine are at 100.
I've got a lot of my shorter Shirley fics don't have 100 kudos. Like, Love and Ruin only has 53.
I want to say... Let me see.
I want to say that that's one of my best fics, honestly. Love and Ruin. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That was the one where I was like, yeah, this is my ship.
I want to say... Oh, okay. So, one of my recent one-shots, which was for Audrey, well, not for her, but it was inspired by her, Buffering at Terminal C, it's a Shirley fic, but, that one's at 95. I think that's, like, the highest I've ever gotten, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, I'm wrong. The illustrious client, it has 115 kudos. That's the highest I've gotten.
The highest amount of kudos have on anything. Do you want to take a guess at what fic it is?
Is it Stardust?
It is not.
Really? Which one?
Oh,
no, I know what it is. I think it is. No, I think
it's
it's the one that we were just talking about.
Things That Must Be Earned.
Is it that one?
Mm-hmm. Things That Must Be Earned has over 1,000 kudos on it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Things That Must Be Earned is number 1 with 1,168. The Benefit of Knowing. See, the Marvel fandom.
Yeah, Marvel fandom.
Really good about kudoing. So,
they are, yeah.
Benefit of Knowing is 682. Greased Up was 662.
Mm-hmm.
Stars in Alignment with Check Please is 436.
Oh, Ellie. Your birthday fic is the second most kudos, at 100 kudos even. I had a feeling that was going to be it, but it was the 2015 birthday that...
Yeah.
I still want to write a part 2 for that, actually.
So, the gag gift, which is my... it is a porny porn.
Mm-hmm.
For... MCU is 196, and then Stardust is my highest rated Sherlock fic with 173 kudos.
Mm-hmm. Hits, on the other hand, is probably going to be a completely different story.
No, Hits would be about right.
Not meant for me. I already knew that.
Yeah.
A Study in Chemistry on AO3, of course, is the top one, because it's also the top follow and review on FF. And then
I think that it's really interesting. Hits my highest one is Things That Must Be Earned as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of my MCU stuff is up in the thousands, up in the 10,000 actually.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Greased Up 14,000, Benefit of Knowing 8,973, Gag Gift 5,000, and then Stardust only has 3,388.
Apparently, I've only gotten on AOFix on AO3. I've only hit my toppest one is 5,244. So the knockout is the third highest one.
Why aren't people reading the knockout? The knockout is so good.
I couldn't
read the knockout.
I don't know. I recently fixed wrecked it because someone was looking for a Dirty Dancing AU, and I was like, it's not Dirty Dancing, but it is a dancing AU. So I wrecked it, and they were like, oh my god, this is so good. I was like,
yeah,
thanks.
The knockout is a fucking...
Oh no, I'm thinking of Pasa de Dukes, but I did wreck the knockout recently too, because someone was looking for a boxing fic, and Jolie had at me and was like, hey, is this your fic? I was like, it could be the first chapter of the knockout, but I don't know, but I just linked it anyway, and they said that wasn't the fic they were looking for, but they loved it anyway, and I'm just like,
yeah,
thank you. I'm glad you read it anyway, even though it wasn't the fic you were looking for. It was nice.
I'm really curious to see what my fanfic stuff is now.
I don't even...
Because I was just on AO3.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that looking at the stats is a lot easier on fanfic than it is on AO3.
Is it for you?
I think it is because it's done in a bar graph system.
Oh, that's true.
Versus the having to scroll down everything. You can just look at the stats on your fic versus being all extra.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've logged on, so let's see if I can remember my user information.
Oh, I was right. The number on FF, the number one reviewed and followed is A Study in Chemistry, because that was the first Charlotte fic I ever wrote, and it's still ongoing, so it's still the highest. And then COD Unknown, which was like a mystery type. That was the second one that I wrote. Then the knockout is next, with 103 reviews and 62 follows, which is really weird to me. That's a strange that's a strange number. 62 follows and 35 faves, and then 103 reviews. Ellie's face right now, because she's like, I do not understand why people are not reading the knockout. It's so funny.
I just love that fic so much.
I know she does. Oh, you don't want to know what year it says for the knockout. Oh, wait, it's not as bad as I thought.
It's like 2012.
No, it's not as bad as I thought. I was looking at the wrong one. It's actually 2015, so that's not too bad. But it's still bad. Wait, no, that's not the right one. I was still looking at the wrong one. It's still 2015, though. That's...
Yeah, all of my stats are a lot higher on Archive.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine are too, for some of them. It just depends on the fic, though.
Yeah. Stardust, I will say, has more reviews on fanfic than it does Archive.
Mm-hmm.
And short stories are a lot more likely to get foot traffic on that's fanfic.
Oh, yeah, same with me. So, I don't know how we got on this.
I think that's because the filtering system on fanfic is not as good as the one
It's
on
not,
Archive.
but it's really not. But that's because they limit what you can actually look for. Even though now they have the parent edition where you can put the pairings together, so you don't get some slash pairings in your stuff. Which is, I'm not saying I have anything against slash pairings, just that for certain fandoms it doesn't work right for the ships that you're looking for. That's what I mean. It depends on the fandom.
I get a little annoyed when there's like a multi one-shot chapter fic, like where each chapter is a different one-shot.
Oh, yeah.
And so then I have to sort through every single one-shot to find the pairing that I was originally looking for.
Do they not put the ship
always,
in the chapter notes?
Not always, no.
Oh, that's not good. Because if I did something like that, which I never do, I would at least put the ship in the chapter notes, or like the chapter name or whatever. But yeah, that's weird. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at an old review. And it says, okay, I love that fucking ending, Ellie, but as I said, I love Mal Irene, and I hate, and then it's another ship that I personally like, so I'm not going to talk about it, because I'm not all about this ship wars.
What is it?
Edlock. I love Mal Irene, hate Edlock. Sorry, not
I
sorry.
have a thing, I don't like Edlock actually either. I like the idea of it, but I don't like... It looks... It's weird. I don't know. I have a weird thing about Outlook. I'm not a fan of it. But...
It depends on which adaptation.
True.
Like, I'm hesitant to even bring up Adlock in this conversation because I do not like ship bashing.
Oh, no, I don't either. But...
And so it's just like... It's just, for me, it's easier to just not say anything at all.
Yeah.
Because, especially in BBC Sherlock fandom...
Oh, yeah. You can't even get away from that.
Well, it's not... Okay, so my thing about BBC Sherlock fandom is that the smaller ships really have to have each other's backs.
Yep.
And so, you might not even like Adlock, but I know very few people that would... I know more people that are Adlock fans that are friends with Sherlolly shippers simply because they needed more people to talk to.
Yeah, I have a lot of Adlock friends, actually.
Yeah, and it might not even be that your ship is their ship, but it's I need a community and we need to join together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of... It's not a forcing of hands, but it's an alliance. It's an alliance that became a friendship.
Yeah, which is really interesting to me, actually.
It's an interesting product of a weird situation. Yeah,
it kind of bums.
Fandom is just a weird situation.
Oh, it definitely is.
I've never had that problem. Or it's not that I haven't had that problem, but it's not ever been so prevalent.
Yeah,
that I
not to that magnitude
it.
as it is in the BBC Sherlock fandom. It's pretty insane there, which I'm kind of glad that I don't really
go into the tags.
I haven't been in anything in a while.
Yeah,
I haven't.
Same.
So, well, I know personally. I know you specifically. Your jam is somewhere else right now, and that's fine. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting. I don't know. It's an interesting, like, going from that space to, like, some of the other, like, maybe not too, I guess, traffic heavy, fandoms and stuff, where it's so much calmer. It's so nice than that.
It's so nice.
It is. It's a breath of fresh air. Though the one exception is anime. Anime is the worst. Anime fans are the worst. 'Cause I have some ships in anime.
I put some dresses in my tag. Oh my god, sorry. I didn't mean to get distracted.
It's fine.
But I'm on your tag for me.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
My bad, girl.
It's cool. But no. Anime fans are almost crazier. Or they're on the same level as the JL conspiracy peeps. They're on the same level. Because most of their ships, the ships who have become canon in manga, like by the end of the ones that at least the ones that I've read and finished to completion, are not the main ship of the fandom. And so it's hard to go in those tags either. Which really upsets me because, like, I can't go in the Narahina tag. Not really.
Yeah, because of Naru Sasuke or whatever.
No, even Naru Sakura and all this other shit. I'm just like, that they decided they were friends, right? And that was never gonna happen. And Sasuke was he had already set out to have him with Sakura by the end. So it didn't matter what you thought you thought was gonna happen. Everyone is basically friends except the people who are actually married. So I'm just like, I don't know the logic. That and the Bleach. If you ever watched Bleach or any,
I did not watch Bleach.
But my faves did become canon, which made me really happy. But it pissed off the rest of them.
I will say that one of the ships that I did like for Naruto when I watched Naruto that I feel like might have been not a popular ship was Hina's teammate Kiba.
Yeah, Kiba.
Yeah, I was into them.
Hina and Kiba?
Yeah, they could be a cute couple. They both got the hoodies going on.
Oh, man.
They're hoodie girlfriends.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I mean, I know that he's a guy, but I could not think of, like, I didn't want to say that they're hoodies dating each other. I don't know. They're hoodie significant others.
Listen, if they can do a Doctor Strange and Sherlock's coat thing, then that's probably a thing. I'm seeing fanfic of that, and I'm just like, not that weird as I think you're thinking right now, but I just mean
I'm not thinking weird things. I'm just living my best life.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to live my life, Deja. Don't drag me like this.
I'm not dragging you,
girl.
Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up?
No, I'm looking at bird videos and I love birds so much.
I know you do, which is why I often put them in your tag.
It's true. So a couple of my final notes are, don't let other people ruin fandom for you.
Yeah.
Fandom should be a place that you go to enjoy yourself, and that you, specifically on Tumblr, you control the content you want to see.
Yep.
You make your own experience in fandom.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose to leave the problems and everything behind.
Mm-hmm.
It is not always easy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to let go of people you thought you were friends with, or people that you wanted to have in your life but decided they did not want you in theirs.
Yeah.
And that's shitty and it sucks.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's not going to, it is not the end.
Yeah.
Fandom is not your start, and fandom is not your end.
Yeah.
So enjoy. Fandom is your indulgence. Fandom is what you make of it. Mm-hmm. So enjoy yourself. Have a good fucking time.
Is there anything you want to promo before we stop recording?
Oh, fuck. I have a couple of fics coming out real soon. Like, what am I supposed to promo? I already promoed Check Please. I promoted the shit out of the Knockout because I fucking love that
stuff of
fic.
Yourself, stuff that's your own babies that you want to.
I would like some more beta readers for fics so that I have motivation to finish them.
You can always ask me to beta, because I actually really, is it weird that I really love to read other people's stuff and like edit it for them? Because like if I wasn't hoping to become like a professional writer, I would do editing because I like it. It's fun.
So my thing about that is that I think that it's getting free fic before everybody else gets free fic. It's like getting the first warm brownie out of the batch. Yeah. Because you get to have it in all its warm glory. Mm-hmm. But everybody else gets it after it's cooled. So it's like, I don't know. That's how I choose to look at it. But I have a couple of fics coming out for OMG Check Please. I have a Lake House AU. And I have more Stardust AUs for Kent and Alexi. Mm-hmm. And then I have the massive body swap fic. Mm-hmm. And I have that whole study in soulmates and things like that. Mm-hmm. So feel free to read, review, and comment on my things. If you'd like to follow me on Tumblr, I'm Can I Be Candid on Tumblr. I post selfies. I'm multi-fandom. If you need something tagged, please ask me to tag it. I will try my darndest to tag it. Yeah. And I think that's about it, man. Yeah. I've had a great time talking to you. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for having me on Nerdisms, even though I think I rambled for like 2.5 hours.
It doesn't even matter. That's the point. You're supposed to ramble. Or else it'd be dead space everywhere.
I got a blank space, baby, and I write your name.
That's how we should go out, huh? That's how we should end that recording. Yeah.
But I love you, and I had a good time, and thank you.
Of course.
So, guys, if y'all don't know, Day is one of the most important people in my life. And
she would make me cry on this podcast.
She's my rock. She's my world. She sometimes makes this world so much brighter than what I could ever dream or imagine. And she pushes me to be a better person each and every day, pushes me to be a better writer each and every day. And if you're not already reading her fics, you should. She's a fabulous writer. I adore her to pieces. And thank you so much for supporting my friend. And guys, she's just so important. If you ever need a good year, Day is here.
That's true. Yeah. I say that to everyone, even people I don't really know. I'm just like, hey, you want to talk about something? Just let me know. I'm here to talk it through. That's about it.
But thanks for listening, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Stay safe, stay sane.
Oh my god.
And stay spooky.
Hi. So, you've reached the end of the episode. This month, as you heard in the podcast, we did talk about a webcomic called Check Please. And so it would be awesome if you check that out because it's really great. And also a band called Amaranth, or not really a band, they're like a duo. They're great. I'll put a link to their YouTube channel, SoundCloud, all that junk, because they're really cool indie music. And you know, if you like cool music, they're up your alley. I think it's really nice. I like it. Anyway, here I am signing off. Next month I can actually tell you what we're talking about. I will be doing a podcast episode. I'm actually doing that this Saturday with Aaron and Audrey, who were previously on my podcast on 2 different episodes. We're going to be talking about the Defenders season that came out recently, actually, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Just being geeking out about that and talking about what we liked, what we didn't like, what we think they should have had more of. But yeah, that'll be it for this month, and I'll see you then. Bye.